It was a great show of teamwork today, and obviously the most amount of points for the team, which is what we wanted. It was definitely a tough battle with George, and some very tight moments. But I thought it was on the limit of hard but fair. So I knew he was quick, and if he got past, then I wasn't going to be able to repass. So I had to defend hard, but I thought it was a good battle.
As much as I would love to win, I'd love to win a Grand Prix a lot more than sprint, and sprint to me is doesn't mean a lot. So it's 1 point in terms of a drivers, and that doesn't matter nowadays. From a driver's point of view, still the thought if you're not first, you're last, and therefore it doesn't matter as much as what it did, and circumstances have changed things. So Oscar helped me and gave me that opportunity in Brazil, and I've repaid that favor. So just good for me to do. So I think the main thing is we want to as a team. That's what we wanted to go out and achieve, and that's what we did.
Yeah, I mean, I was pretty frustrated because obviously they were working as a team. Oscar didn't have the pace, and Lando was giving him the DRS, which he's in his right to do, and they're fighting for a championship. But we want to fight on track, and you want to battle like warriors out there. And today it was 2 against 1. So that was one part. Oscar was right on the limit of his defence. I need to review the video. At the end of the day, it's a sprint race, and I would take the positives that the car was quick.
P4 for you at the end of that one. Was that pretty much the maximum you could get this evening?
Yeah, given the tricky start with a very low grip that I had, I think in general the pace was as good as it could be. But we clearly need to find something more in quali to start ahead of our rivals, because then overtaking and the pace they had in the race were very difficult to fight them.
Yeah, it was on the limit. I was really struggling to get close in the straights. I think we maybe run different configuration of cars, and Lewis was fast in the straights. I was quite fast in the corners, but that was mostly based on car characteristics. So it made it very difficult for me to be as close as I wanted for turn 1, but I had one opportunity and I went for it. I know that it's a very important time of our season. We've got the fight with McLaren that seems to have the advantage for now, and every points are super important. So I tried everything. It passed. It was on the limit. But it was fun, then I had a really good pace, but with our starting position it was difficult to do anything better. So tonight will be fundamental to have a better qualifying compared to where we started today.
Lewis, a great start out there, making up a couple of places, and you had that wheel-to-wheel battle with Charles towards the end as well. Can you talk us through those moments, please?
Yeah, start was good, and then I just struggled with balance and struggled with bouncing and instability of the car. Then Charles, I don't know which Ferrari it was. I didn't know which one it was, but either way, he was catching me, and I couldn't really hold him back. We had a cool, close wheel-to-wheel battle in a couple of corners, but then I couldn't hold him back.
Nico, bagging a couple of points there. You must be pretty happy with that effort tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. It's always nice feeling to get points already on a Saturday, which is not kind of normal for us or not a given. So happy to take them. I think, competitive race. Pace was strong and solid. Didn't expect to be able to keep that Red Bull behind. That's a bit of a surprise, but a nice one, a positive one, obviously. So. All to play for in this evening and tomorrow again.
Yeah, lap 1 was pretty tough, just sliding everywhere. I couldn't keep the car on track really, so it was very tough. And then after that, I could get Pierre back, but after that there was no more pace in it. Just massive balance disconnect for me from entry to mid corner, so you can't push a corner, you can't carry the speed through the corner, and then of course also I ran out of front tires, so it was very tough. And I think it will be very difficult to also solve it for the rest of the weekend, but we'll try to do our best.
So Pierre, just missing out on a point there, Max getting you towards the end. Can you talk us through it from your perspective, please?
I mean, if you fight the world champion, it always means you had a good day. From our position, I think it was a very strong race on our side. It really felt like we managed to get everything out of it, but obviously you look at the constructor fight, and we obviously fight Haas, and we're losing out some points to them today, but they were just incredibly fast. Nico was flying. when Max got past me, I thought, okay, he's going to pass Nico, which eventually going to help me towards the end of the race. But Nico was even pulling away from Max, so I was like, Kevin was catching me from the back and putting a lot of pressure. So they just seem to have a slight edge on us at the moment. Today is no point for P9. Tomorrow it's 2 points. So we'll keep the pressure on, and hopefully we can get them tomorrow.
Almost the best we could have done. I think we could have got Gasly. It was marginal. I got DRS on him, but I think just the starting position we had ruined any chance of points. But it was P10 is close to points. But yeah, we did the best we could, and hopefully we can qualify better today and this afternoon and get points tomorrow.
Yeah, it was difficult. I mean, car felt normal, as he has been for a few races already, and yeah, difficult track to overtake. Even Max in front of us, he was struggling to make some progress. So yeah, I think it was the same for everybody. It was not much action in today's sprint. Let's see if tomorrow we improve the show.
It felt like we had a good start to the race, good first corner, so yeah, gained one place, but then things just really stabilized. Everyone being on the same tire, it was kind of expected that it's going to be tricky. But I think we learned a lot from the balance. I think we can still fine-tune the car, and now the key is having a good qualifying position for the main race.
So Lance, P13, finishing pretty much where you started. How is the car feeling out there tonight?
Didn't feel great. Yeah, we weren't very quick out there. See what we can do this afternoon and tomorrow.
Any changes in mind for the main qualifying session coming up later?
Maybe a few things, but yeah, nothing special.
Yeah, well, I was very happy with the start, managing to get 4 position. In 5 corners, it was very, very strong. Managed to be around the outside in turn 1, then around the inside in 2, and then opportunistic on the last couple corners. It felt strong. We moved in the right direction, but after that, unfortunately, the pace is still not where we want to be. We are missing a good chunk of performance still, every single lap, and that's what we need to work on this afternoon. We'll try our best, obviously, because it's very important for all of us, and see what we can come out of today.
P15 for you at the end of it. Can you talk us through it, please?
Not much to talk about, unfortunately. Just a bit of a stale race. Had a lot of degradation on the front tyres, and then that was really the race. So need to kind of figure out what to do next with the car. I think we need to make a few changes.
So Liam, starting inside the top 10, it looked like a bit of a difficult start from your perspective. Can you talk us through it, please?
Yeah, just the first lap was a bit of a disaster. So I don't really know why, but we just had really low grip through the first part of the lap. So obviously that pretty much killed our race. But outside of that, we still need to find a lot of speed because it wasn't like we then came back through. We sort of stayed where we fell back to. So it's a bit frustrating.
Well, I'd say qualifying we didn't nailed it. So, it's hard to always come back from those positions to points. And we have to nail it.
Any thoughts on what you might be able to change on the car before the main qualifying session later?
We have to see the pace compared to other competitors, but I don't think we have to change massively. But we just have to maximize it,
Franco, it was always going to be difficult with the pit lane start, but how was it feeling for you out there? We saw you darting past Sergio as well at the pit lane.
It was much better than yesterday. The car was in a better window today with the changes we did, so it was positive on that side. Now we have to understand what to do for quali, but looking better.
The only driver to gamble on the soft tyres there, how was it for you? What was the feeling like as the laps were ticking by?
Not good. I mean, we took the gamble, obviously. It was complete wrong choice, we knew. But we tried to think about for tomorrow, to try to save a tyre for tomorrow. But obviously today, by lap 6, the tyre wasn't going to finish the race, unfortunately. So then we just tried to do some practice sessions over the next 10 laps, and
So Sergio, it was always going to be difficult with the pit lane start. First of all, can you talk us through what happened there? We saw Franco darting around you, and how was the car feeling in general?
Yeah, the main objective of today was to be as further back as possible to have as much
clean air as possible. That was the objective, and I think we managed to understand the car. With the changes we've done, I think there is some room to improve what we have to do going forwards. We have to try and bring a little bit more balance to the car.